I'm Ophir, one of the co-organizers of this event. And I would like to welcome you all to the Political Concepts Annual Conference. It is with great pleasure and a certain, I think, understandable disappointment that I'm opening this conference on this snow day. When we started planning the event, we dreamt about an in-person gathering in which contributors would use a critical examination of a single concept to reflect on our tantalizing experience in the last few years. We were thinking mainly about the conflation of the new phase of the climate catastrophe, the pandemic, the Trump presidency, and the rise of authoritarianism more broadly, the new forms of racism and racialization in the US and around the globe, along with the resistance to the institutions and forces behind them. Against the gravity of the moment, we also had in mind the importance of thinking and critical reflection for the ways we are engaged in our research and teaching in the humanities and the social sciences at these dark and still darkening times. We were thinking about the importance of embedding this thinking and critical reflection, which conceptual work requires and enables, in a personal ongoing conversation. These conversations has many knots and loose ends, but a clear commitment at its core, a commitment to an intellectual community where critical reflection is a practice and a mode of being together. We were thinking, of course, on a new phase of the pandemic, where all this would be possible, but also on the advantages of a gathering that would consist of colleagues and friends and neighbors from Brown and RISD. What we did not think about was the weather. We simply denied the possibility of a snow day in February. And who could imagine that our meeting would take place at the onset of a new war at the heart of Europe, with a nuclear superpower determined to use its military might to force a new global international order? I will let the rest of this reflection, I will leave it to our speakers, to the 12 great speakers we have who responded to our call, to whom I would like to thank first. Many thanks to my co-organizers, Tim Bewes and Sharon Krause, to the Cogut's director, Amanda Anderson, and to the Cogut staff, Lisa Nobel, Damien Maet, Gregory Kimbrell, and Trauda Kestner, who did everything necessary for a successful in-person conference, and then within less than a day, managed to transfer the event from a real space to a virtual one. Remember, however, that only the space is virtual, and it is up to us to keep the event itself actual and the intellectual exchange animated, full of the life our conversation breathes into it.